Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Ideal Video Blog. I'm your host, Wade Fisher. Just want to take a break for just a second. We've been in the big run of the sales season for this fall. The sales haven't actually started yet, but we've been flying all over the country, shooting video of good cattle, getting ready for these sales. Blaine's been here editing like crazy, trying to get those sales up. So we've got a bunch of projects that are up and ready to go right now. One of them that I want to tell you about, M6, Charolais, and Herefords. They're located in Alvarado, Texas. Their sale will be October the 7th. You can find their video player on dvauction.com. On the left-hand side, there'll be a list of those production sales that have videos ready to go. Also there you'll find Cow Creek Ranch, a Brangus Ranch from out there in Aliceville, Alabama. You won't be able to bid on that one on DV, but you'll be able to see there on the site. We put those video players, you'll be able to see it there. This week, I got a chance to run down to Wharton. We go down there and see Rachel to shoot some stuff for her blog. You need to check that out if you haven't seen it. But ran into Jim Williams down there. We sat down and talked to him. If you know the V8 herd, you know that it is something that's associated with great females. Lots of really good cows have come out of that program. Lots of show winners have come out of that program. So I wanted to talk to him for just a minute about the emphasis that you place on females in a herd. I know a lot of people that go out there and buy a great bull and will spend $10,000 or $15,000 on a bull and put him on just some mediocre commercial cows or on a mediocre purebred herd. I just wanted him to explain the reason that he put so much emphasis on that cow, as well as in the Brahman side and across the board, what he sees as a great female. So we'll get to Wharton, Texas, where I sit down and talk to Jim Williams.
Okay, I'm Jim Williams with the V8 Ranch at Hungerford, Texas, and Bowling, Texas, and we raise registered Brahman cattle, commercial cattle, and have registered shorthorns too, but primarily gray V8 Brahman cattle is what we have.
You've had those gray cattle. You're coming up on almost 40 years of being in that gray business. That's impressive.
Yeah, 40 years is a long time nowadays to be in any business. You know, the average of a purebred breeder, I don't know what it is, but it's short. It's short-lived, so you have to have some staying power. You've got to have a good banker who will ride with you through the tough times. You've got to have a good fertilizer man who will ride with you, especially in this drought. And you've got to have a good feed man. We've been blessed for 40 years to have all three of those. And you've got to have some good patient wives in the family that can tolerate long hours and hard work.
V8's always been known historically for the cow power. Y'all have some of the best females that have walked the Brahman breed over the years. Mm-hmm. What is your emphasis? Is that the first thing you look at is the cow, or what's your emphasis on the cow?
The first thing when I have a new baby calf born, first thing I ask, if I'm not there and the men or my son-in-law checked her or something, I'll say, Brandon, was it a bull or heifer? And I'm always wanting a heifer, unless it's really out of a special mating or something. And even on those special matings, the reason I would want a bull, it was because of the cow that it would be out of. But yeah, we place a lot of emphasis on the female side. If you don't have good cows, good udders, structural integrity, milking ability, good disposition, fertility, you're just fighting an uphill battle. You can have the best herd bull in the world, but if you don't have some good cows to breed him to, you'll never be successful. If there's one thing that I've thought of, and I've talked about it with my wife before and different people that I respected, the older breeders and used to really concentrate more on cow families. And they would really, and I would have people here that would come and want to buy calves out of certain cows. And we've done that when we always selected our herd, our females. They had to be out of those good cows. But a lot of the young breeders nowadays, they want to get on the internet or look at things, but they're not interested in those cow families. You know, the Brangus breed, like you mentioned when you and I were just visiting, they had those cow families, and they would brand them number 807U5, and then the next year it would be the next number, and go down that Canadian alphabet. And they really emphasize, probably the Brangus breed has done the best job in the world of emphasizing cow families. And if we wouldn't have had our original number system, like now our females are 637 over 7. I think that's what I gave the tag this morning to. That's 7,637 females that we've had since 1944. But if we would have started from scratch, I would have went by cow families, because cow families thus are most important. And what we like to do is have one cow, instead of line breeding to the bull, line breed to those cows. And you get more uniformity, you get more consistency, they're more prepotent, and just like the old Robert Bakewell, the father of genetics, when you took animal science under Dr. Jim Sanders, who was one of the great teachers of genetics, I might add, very opinionated, but an outstanding teacher, intelligent, off the top of the charts. But when he taught that animal breeding, Bakewell said, breed like to like begets like. And we try to breed those good females and those good cow families to just keep punching that cow power in there. If you have the cow power, you can do lots of things. If you don't, you're on an uphill battle.
You know, you judge lots of shows around. I've always kind of found it intriguing on the hog industry. They have the sim little barrow. What, in your opinion, is the best female?
Well, the very first thing, she has to look like a female. When she comes in that ring, she's got to exhibit feminine characteristics. She's got to be nice-headed, feminine, refined in her lower jaw, have a good broad muzzle to her, have a refined head about her, just like a doe deer would have. And that doe is probably one of the most refined animals you could look at. But I have a picture in my mind what I'm looking for. I like a long feminine neck, nice smooth shoulders. Types change through the years now. You've got to have one that has lots of volume, lots of capacity to them, lots of spring of rib because of this drought. You want those easy fleshing. Cows that show udder development but small teats so the calf can get up and nurse. A nice hip on her. In the Brahman, we can tolerate a little bit more slope to the rump than probably the boss Taurus breeds. But first and foremost with me, they've got to show femininity, and then they have to have some structure integrity to give them some longevity and durability. In other words, they're made right, and form follows function, and those two are intertwined. They've got to have good form so they can be functional out in the pasture.
Mr. Williams, I appreciate you being on the show with us today. Let everybody know how they can get a hold of you so they can buy some of those great Brahman feed.
Well, you can get on our website and look at v8ranch.com. You can call us at 979-533-1279. That's my cell number. You can call me anytime. Sunday I'm going to be at church, and Saturday nights I'm going to be at the Aggie ball game. I'd like for you to not call me those two times. And you can text me, and you can email me if my wife or daughters can get the if they can give me the message. I will answer an email, but phone call is the best thing. 979-533-1279. Give us a call.
Hey everybody, we're back home. Hope you enjoyed our chat with Jim Williams. Like I said, a great guy, knows cattle very well. But until next week, guys, thanks for watching the Ideal Video Blog. Stay tuned for more episodes.